Thokozani, Thokozani, Thokozani. I am Gogo Malandzela, and this is Gogo Malandzela TV. Thank you very much for viewing my episode today. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have subscribed, please, thank you. I welcome you. I welcome you once again, family. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do yourself a favor, subscribe, and maybe click the notifications button as well so that you can enjoy any of the content that we may have in store for you. So, without any further ado, today I would just like to discuss a topic that I feel impacts us all in all our different ways. It's just the types of candles or color candles and their significance, and how we can better use them for them to assist us in our time of meditation or in our time of prayer or in our time of phahla. Because in our time of prayer, in our time of phahla or meditation, it is all essential to all our lives. Despite how we may want to approach it, it does not cease. So, in this video, we'll just be talking about the significance and how they can assist us in knowing the different colors. How can we be more productive during our times of prayer or during our times of phahla or even meditation. But before anything, I usually cleanse my candles. And I usually cleanse my candles with my moringa oil. It's an oil that I make myself. I just use it to remove the auras or maybe any powers that may be over the candles. Because from people who pack them, people who sell them, people who tie, so everybody is just everybody's energy there. So I just try and cleanse that energy before I make use of them. So, candle color number 1, red candles. Kerese e khubedu. Now, this candle you can use when you're asking for strength to fight your enemies. So, this would be an ideal candle to use if umuntu who's got enemies or who's got constant commotion with people, this is the candle for you. And also, a red candle is a candle that calls upon passion, it calls upon survival, it calls upon love, it calls upon power, it calls upon action, it also calls upon respect. So, if you're a person who's praying about, for instance, your love life, whether your love life is going well or it's not going well, this would be a great candle to use because you are praying for that. Or maybe if you need to propel yourself and be a person of action, this is also the candle for you to use because it's a very strong and an amazing candle to use. And it's important for us to know our colors and the significance behind them so that we are much able to be productive. We need to be productive in our times of prayer, and what better way than to understand that in which we use in our daily lives. So candle color number 2, it's an orange candle, malawala munu. So these candles are great for bringing about peace. So if you're a person who does not have peace with your neighbors, or you're constantly avoiding drama or any commotion, this is the candle for you. Orange candles assist with bringing about peace. But also, it is a candle that calls for creativity, it calls for joy, legal matters, and celebration. So, for instance, if you are a person who is currently undergoing some hectic legal battles, this would be one of the candles that you can have as part of your combo of whatever you may be dealing with or addressing. But also, it is a great candle that you can use in times of celebration, so that to keep the spirit of celebration and joy and happiness, this would be a great candle to burn to keep that peace alive. But also, it is an amazing candle that you can use if you want sudden change in your life. So, if you're a person who is looking for sudden change in your life, orange candles are the way for you to go in terms of whatever you may be praying for, meditating over, or even phahla. Candle color number 3, yellow candles. Kerese etshehla. This candle is often used to open the mind. Ne? It is a candle that calls for the sun intelligence. It calls for memory. It also calls for a positive attitude. So if you're a person, for instance, who works a lot or who constantly needs to remember a lot of information, a yellow candle would be amazing in terms of being able to recall in your memory. So also, if you're a person who constantly maybe likes to mope around, or you feel sad, or you are just never really just okay, this is the candle to use if you're trying to call upon a positive attitude. Um, Also, it is a candle which calls for wisdom. It calls for control over your mental subconscious, also for your inner power. It calls upon your inner power. So this can be amazing for how phahla. It can also be amazing for times of prayer, or meditation, asking for wisdom. When you're asking for wisdom, this would be the candle for you to use. When we talk about control over your mental subconscious, if you're a person who constantly forgets, or you're a person whose mind is all over the place, this can be a great candle for you to use in terms of trying to align your thoughts and align your inner self in order to harness all that you need to, moving forward and achieving what you need to. Green candles, candle color number 4, green candles. Kerese etala. So these candles are candles that are used to call for prosperity. And this prosperity can be through things such as plants, money, or life. So, for instance, if you're a person with plants and you rata dijalo, whether you're planting food, whether it's flowers, whether it's whatever it may be, this is the candle for you to use in terms of just calling upon that energy of prosperity. And simply because this is a candle color that calls for growth, it calls for luck, and it calls for success. So this is a great one, despite maybe for people who are focused on their careers, people who are focused for their homes, people who just need growth in their lives and who need luck and success. A green candle could be an amazing candle for you to add into your multiple colors of candles when you are praying or patlaring or even meditating. Blue candles, mmala o moputsa, ke re sa mo mmala o moputsa. So this candle is often used to uplift the spirit. Sometimes people come across a lot of things, a lot of problems that just make them feel down, even if the problem is not directly directed towards them or within their lives, and maybe it's another person's problem. It sometimes happens that when you hear certain news or things like that, you just feel down. So this is the candle to use if you're trying to uplift your spirit. It is a candle that calls for protection, it calls for focus, it calls for forgiveness, it calls for good fortune, it calls for truth, and also for water. So if you're a person who struggles to focus, this is the candle for you. If you're a person who struggles with forgiveness, this is the candle for you. If you're a person in search of the truth, or maybe you're looking for answers, maybe there are things you're asking your ancestors for and things like that, this is a great candle for you to include into your multicolors that you may have of your candles, because it is a candle that brings about truth. It is a candle that brings about harmony, it creativity, and guidance. So if these are any of the areas that you are looking to harness in your life, the blue candle would definitely be of great assistance. Candle color number 6, violet or purple. Kerese e perese. So this particular candle, it's there to uplift the spirit of prophecy. So it is a great candle for the spirit, to uplift the spirit. and it is such a peaceful color. It's a color of peace. It helps you sleep peacefully. So if you're struggling with sleeping peacefully, or just catching some sleep, or even just sleeping for 3 hours to a minimum, this would be a candle for you to burn to help you neutralize any of the energies that may be surrounding you. Because again, a violet or a purple candle, it helps with the clarity of dreams. So if you're a person who struggles with your dreams and your dreams never make sense to you, they're always confusing, you're always confused, you feel like you've just gone 10 steps back than you were just yesterday, this would be the candle for you, because it calls for spiritual power, it calls for the breaking of habits, and it is also a very great candle for driving away bad spirits. It is a candle color that also represents the third eye. So when you're seeking to reconcile, or you need spiritual protection, this is the candle for you to also light up with regards to what you want to achieve in terms of your prayers, in terms of your meditations, and everything else involved. Candle color number 7, pink candle. Kere se e pinky. So I call this the love candle. The candle of love. I call it the love candle. So this one, it's a candle which calls for love. It is a candle that calls for care, for affection, for nurturing. So anything tender, this would be your candle, that if you're looking for any of those things, this is the candle for you to show your need, or your call upon love or care or affection, or just nje TLC fella, just some tender loving care. This is the candle for you. As well as, it's a great candle if you are seeking a joyful result. So for instance, people who are studying, people who are in school, people who are waiting for like maybe a job application thingy, or maybe anything that needs a result back. So maybe you need good news on your health, this is the candle for you to burn, in terms of asking and needing your and requesting your ancestors for a joyful result. Candle color number 8, kerese e tshweu. So this is the candle, I call it bozonke. This is the candle that deals with everything. I feel like it's a color, white is the color that is able to go into every other color. So this candle is used to calm the spirit. It is a candle used to heal the spirit. It is a candle used when you're seeking for peace within the spirit. So this is that type of candle. It is a candle that you definitely use when you're looking for direction, or when you're looking for guidance. It is a great candle to use within those aspects, because it is a candle that calls upon purity. It is a candle that calls upon divinity. It calls upon peace. It calls upon unity. It calls upon healing, clarity, goodwill, and protection. So, for instance, for people who are praying for unity, maybe you're praying for your family, you want your family to be united, this would be a great candle to use. Or maybe if you feel like you are in need of immense peace, this would also be a great candle to use. Or maybe you need clarification with your life, clarification with your environment, or anything that you're doing naturally. This would be the great candle for you to use in terms of also gaining clarity. So your white candle can be used for multiple purposes. It just depends on what exactly are you trying to harness. Candle color number 9, brown candle. Kerase Esotho. This candle, it calls for the land. This is, or the ground that you walk upon. So this would be a great candle for you to use if you're praying for, or meditating, or asking for anything, for blessings. It's a great candle to burn when you are praying, or for your pets. It is also great for lost items. So if you're a person who's praying for blessings, you're not praying for luck, you're praying for blessings. Luck and blessing are two different things. So if you're looking for blessings, this would be the candle for you to use. And also, if you're a person who's constantly losing things, you've got this today, you'd put your earrings here, tomorrow you'll put them there, the next day they're lost. This is great for lost items. A brown candle is a beautiful candle to burn if you're trying to access or find your lost items, because this is also a candle that is used or that is burnt when you're praying for long lasting relationships or friendships. So maybe for our married people, this would be a great one for you to burn in terms of longevity, relationships and friendships or connections that are on a long-term basis and not a short-term basis, not a 1 week. We're talking about years, we're talking about longevity. Candle color number 10, a black candle. Kerese e ntsho. Now, this is one of my favorite candles to burn because this is a candle color that is able to neutralize negative energy. So so if you always feel like you're in a negative space, or there's just a vibe around you that you don't understand, this would be the perfect candle to burn to neutralize those energies. And also, this is a great candle color to help you harness the power that the universe has to give. So it is a great candle because it calls upon protection, it calls upon safety, it calls upon pride and the removal of evil spirits. So if you feel like you're a person who does not feel safe or is not safe, this would be a great candle for you to burn because it does call upon safety. If you're a person who feels like there are spirits around you that you don't know where they come from, or you just feel this immense sense of something that should not be there, this is a great candle to burn because it also calls upon the removal of evil spirits. So it, depending on what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to get to, different colors for different situations. Candle color number 11, silver candles. So silver candles are also one of my personal favorites because these ones are usually used in terms of your intuition and your inspiration. So these candles, if you feel like you need to be inspired, you're not inspired and you need some light, this would be the candle for you to burn because it also assists with making better decisions. So when you have difficult decisions to make, such as maybe breaking of habits, or maybe what is next, where you moving to next, or which job you're applying to, which job are you rejecting, which job are you accepting, this would be the candle for you because it assists in the decision making process. So it assists us in making better decisions because it is a candle that calls for gaining clarity. So if you want your things to be clear and you want your things to make sense for you and for you to understand, this would be the color for you to use. Silver candles would definitely go a long way in your prayers or in your phahla sessions, but they would definitely assist in making sure that you can attain and can achieve that in which you are praying for. Candle color number 12, I think this is the last but not the least. Gold candles. Kerese e gauta. So, gold is often associated with growth. It is often associated with royalty. It is associated with wealth, with success, and prosperity. So, if these are any of the things that you're looking for, gold candle would be a beautiful addition to have to your candle colors because it is a color that also calls for the attraction of money, the attraction of opportunities, the attraction of luck, and the attraction of good fortune. So if you're a person who is looking for opportunities, and whether it's business wise, self development wise, or any other opportunity, this would be a great candle for you to use. And if you're a person who's also looking for luck, attraction of luck, to this is a great candle to use, because it will land you in your good fortunes. So it's a great candle for you to use if you're really looking for anything that has to do with the success of opportunities and luck and good fortune, because gold is also a color that is associated with the energy of the sun. So often a gold candle, I would pair it with a yellow one, or pair it with white, or you can pair it with, depending on your needs and depending on what you're praying for, or depending on what you're trying to achieve. It is a good thing to know your colors. It is a great thing for you to know your colors so that you can start harnessing the right energies by correctly using the right colors for you according to the situations that you may be in or that you may be facing. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video was informative. Thank you for staying until the very end. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. I am Gogo Malandzela, and this is Gogo Malandzela TV. And please do follow me on my socials, on Instagram particularly. That's the only social media that I'm currently using, which is at Gogo_Malandzela. So please follow us there on my Instagram, and please do share with us in the comment section what your thoughts are, and if there's any other thing that I might have forgotten or that you feel like I might have left out. Please do add and teach us, because we are here on this channel to learn from each other, to uplift each other, not to harm one another. So we are here to try our level best to really get informed and just try and do better tomorrow. With each and every step that we take, we are just trying to do a little bit better than we did yesterday, because it's just a matter of taking things one step at a time. And please do not be demotivated in your time of prayer. May you be uplifted in your time of prayer, in your time of meditation, in your time of phahla. Do not give up. Do not stop. Do not give in. God and your ancestors can hear you. You just need to commit to the process, and definitely believe you me, you will not regret. Thank you once again very much for viewing this video. Until next time, Gogo Malandzela TV family, Togozan.